Hi, I'm Goli Mohammadi, Senior Editor of Make Magazine, and today we've got a fun, super sneaky project for you called The Talking Booby Trap by Bob Netzger. Bob has been a long-time contributing writer to Make, and he's been designing toys for 30 years. Projects editor Keith Hammond and I had a lot of fun with this one. Our desks are right next to each other, and he rigged up the gizmo between our stacks of books, so when my books would inch over to his side of the desk, the gizmo would go off. We're sure you're going to have as much fun with this project as we did, and now I'm going to turn it over to Make engineering intern Tyler, who's going to walk you through the build.
Need a hand deterring small-time thieves or stopping snoops from sneaking up on you? In less than an hour, you can build the playful Talking Booby Trap. It's low-tech, fun to build, and satisfying to use. By modifying the circuit on a simple 9-volt recording module and rigging it up to a humble clothespin, you can make your own tiny alert system with customizable audio. Record your own personalized message or sound effect, then hide it in a strategic place. When the rig is disturbed, your intruder will get a startling surprise.
Not your coffee.
You will need the following parts for the build. 9-volt recording module. This is a pre-wired record playback unit complete with audio board, speaker, and controls that will record up to 20 seconds of sound. 9-volt battery, 1 clothespin, 20 gauge hookup wire, a rubber band, aluminum foil tape, plastic cap like from a milk jug, super glue, zip ties, foam tape, small brass strip with 2 tiny screws. And you'll also need these tools: soldering iron and solder, wire strippers, drill, safety equipment for drilling. The first thing you need to do is modify the clothespin. The wire spring has too much tension for our purpose. Remove the bottom half of the spring, leaving the spring attached to only the top half. Next, wrap a rubber band around the jaws of the clothespin until moderately tight. Slide the rubber band closer or farther from the fulcrum to adjust the tension. The clothespin should open easily, but still be able to close all the way. To make your booby trap easier to tuck into sneaky locations, you can add an extension to the top of the clothespin. Bend a small strip of brass so that it lies flat when the clothespin is held open. Drill 2 small holes in the brass and attach it to the clothespin with tiny screws. Next, wrap the tips of the clothespin jaws with aluminum tape. Strip both ends of 2 roughly 5-inch pieces of hookup wire. Using a second piece of tape, tape the exposed ends of each wire to each jaw of the clothespin. Twist the wire and crimp the tape over it firmly to make a good electrical connection and make sure the wires are well secured. Install the 9-volt battery in the recording module and test the circuit. Press and hold the record button. The red LED goes on, and speak loudly into the microphone. Press the gray button on the PC board to hear your recording. To improve the sound quality, use a plastic bottle cap to add a resonant chamber over the bare speaker. Caps from the 1-gallon milk jugs are the perfect size. Super glue one to the front of the speaker. Did you know you can wire up a clothespin to a circuit? You can, and now you will. First, remove the battery. Locate the gray, rubber-domed play button on the PC board. Bend the 3 metal tabs on the back and remove the button. You'll be soldering the wires from the clothespin jaws to the 2 switch traces. Try using the top left and bottom right parts of the traces, as shown, to minimize the chance of shorting. Begin by feeding one of the clothespin wires through one of the tab holes and over the edge of one of the 2 switch traces. Carefully solder the wire to the first trace only, being extra careful not to short out the traces. Do the same thing for the second jaw wire and solder it to the second trace. Now the clothespin will act as a play switch. When the jaws touch together, the sound will play. To finish your Talking Booby Trap, stick the 9-volt battery to the top of the clothespin with the double stick foam tape, and then attach the circuit board with more foam tape. Foam tape the speaker on the top and attach the microphone and the recording button in the same way. Then use the zip ties through the center of the spring to cinch everything together. Now it's time to unleash your inner trickster. Decide what you want your Talking Booby Trap to say and record your message or sound effect. Place your favorite book on top of the brass tab, which will keep the jaws of the clothespin open and the trap armed. Conceal the booby trap behind another object. As soon as someone grabs your book, they'll get a surprise message.
You can borrow it, but you better put it back.
Or tie a monofilament fishing line to a pilferable object, like a box of chocolates. Then, tie the other end to a small, non-conductive tab and slip it between the clothespin jaws. Grabbing the item pulls the string and trips the trap.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Thievery thwarted. Need some privacy? You can even open the talking booby trap and slip it under a closed door. If anyone opens the door, you'll know it.
Intruder alert, intruder alert, intruder alert.
With this weekend project, you can out-trick any trickster and out-prank any prankster. The sky's the limit with this talking booby trap.